look at the Tim Davis-led Howland Tigers. As we mentioned, number 16, Davis will be the quarterback. He comes in at 6'1", 176, and a junior. The left halfback, number 1, Dan Corbicello, quick one, 5'9", 150, and a senior. And he's like a water bug. He really picks up the yardage. Also at the halfback spot, number 25, Dave Bedich, who's 5'10", 155, and a senior. The fullback is 48, Joe Feudy, 5'7", 169, and a senior. At tight end is number 24, Dennis Petrosky, 6 foot 183, and a senior. The split end is number 82, Andy Vistarkey, who's 6'2", 150, and a senior. The offensive guards, number 60, Eric Doan, 5'9", 165, and a senior. And number 64, Scott Biggin, 5'10", 175, and a senior. The center is number 54, Chris Van Horn, who's 5'10", 196, and a junior. And the tackle spots are held down by, at the right side, number 50, Bill Stanko, 5'10", 196, and a sophomore. And the left side, number 76, Brian Osborne, who's 6'1", 205, and a senior. One other thing about these two teams, they have quite a few individuals who do go both ways. It's a cool, crisp night here at Tiger Stadium, and that could take its toll. As we mentioned last night when Warren Harding and Warren Western Reserve went at each other, the fact that it's been a fairly warm football season could take its toll on the split ends as well as the halfbacks and the ability to hang on to the football. So that's something that we'll be watching for tonight. Jack Pearson had some comments prior to the contest in talking to John Caparanus, and here's what he had to say.
Talking with Jack Pearson, head coach of the Howland Tigers. Jack, your return trip back here to Howland, you have to determine a success.
Well, we had some highlights of the season, Cap. We went over Camel the first game, ending our long losing streak, was certainly one of the big spots of the season, and also the win over Western Reserve. Those two wins loom very high in our feeling towards the season. And I feel that the young men that played football for us this year gave us everything they had every evening they stepped on the field. We didn't do as well against Cardinal Mooney or Fitch as we would have liked to have, but still they were in there fighting and plugging, and that's all you can ask of young men. When they give you that, that's about what you just can't expect anymore. We had a fine group of young men.
You developed quite a tradition here at your home ballpark. You're what, 3-1 coming into tonight's ball game?
Yes. We lost to Ursuline up here 31-7. Other than that, when it was our home game, we are 3-1, so we're quite happy with that.
If you had to change one thing, Jack, about the 1984 season, since we are in our last ball game of the campaign, if you had it in your power, what would it be?
Well, perhaps maybe a few more breaks going our way at key times in certain games. I think that would probably what it would be, Cap. We made some critical mistakes at different times, and if we could have changed those, we could have had maybe perhaps a little better season than we had.
I'm going to ask you an unfair question. In your tenure as head coach of a high school football team, who are some of the best ball players that you've had the privilege to coach, Jack?
Boy, Cap, I'll tell you, I've coached a great deal of outstanding young men, outstanding football players. And looking back, the two Paterchek twins were outstanding football players for us. And Don Thomas and Randy Gates and Harrison, Slane, these kids were all outstanding. And Selby and geez, we had some outstanding football players. And going on with Burns and Savage and Laser and Mark Kosovar, these kids are all top-notch individuals. Were outstanding football players, and I could go on and on. And boy, you start talking about people, and you miss people, and I know I'm missing people now. We just had some great football players over the years, and some outstanding young men. They were all great to coach, and we had a lot of fun, and we were competitive, and it's been a great experience. It's been a great way to spend your life, really.
Looking to tonight's ball game against Niles McKinley, what do you expect of the Red Dragons?
Well, I think they're a fired-up football team right here watching them warm up. I think it's going to be a game that's going to be tough from the opening whistle all the way to the final end of the game. I look for a hard-nosed football game here tonight. I think they have the capabilities of moving the football. I think they have a solid defense, and certainly their season hasn't been as fruitful as they would have hoped to have been, and they're looking to end the season on a happy note, and we are too. And when you have that type of situation, you're going to have a hard-nosed game, and that's what we're going to have tonight.
What's going to be the key to Howland winning tonight's ball game?
Well, I think our ability to move the football is going to be what's going to determine the win or loss in this football game tonight. whether it be in the air or on the ground. I think we have to move the football now to win the game.
Jack, as always, pleasure talking to you. You're one of the world-class guys we work with, and best of luck to you and
Thanks,
Alex.
Cap. I appreciate having you here with us every night. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jack Pearson, a man with a lot of class, and he showed it there. And ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Well, the Howland High School Marching Band playing the national anthem. Kickoff just moments away, and we'll be back to bring it to you after this. Be the Howland Tigers kicking off to the Niles McKinley Red Dragons. Again, Abruzzi's Cafe 422, Crown Ford, Custom Sound Company, Dollar Bank, Eastwood Chrysler Plymouth BMW, Genie Banking Card, Kerr Tire Sales, Linville's That Special Place in Cortland, Mickey's Army Navy, Malise Appliance, Tough Coat Dynol Rust Proofing, Warren General Hospital, and Woody's Nautilus and Fitness Center. Well, we're just about ready to go, and here to bring you the action, the voice of Pilot 9 Sports, John Caparanis.
Okay, Harry Patus, thank you very much. And Dennis Petrosky really gets a leg into it. It drives Bonner back to the 3-yard line and into the end zone. It will go as a touchback. One of the rules in Ohio high school football, on the kickoff or the punt, if you break the plane of the goal line, receiving either the punt or the kickoff, that goes as an automatic touchback. That's what happened in that instance, as Petrosky really got a leg into it. Niles will put it in play 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. There is a look at the Niles offensive unit. At quarterback, number 11, John Lamonge, 160-pound junior. The fullback, number 45, Jimmy Liebert, 185-pound senior. And the two running backs, number 36, Dana Cicero, number 30, Ron Ullery. Liebert, the ball carrier, running room across the 25 up to the 29-yard line. Tell you, we had Jim Liebert in the game against Warren Harding about 3 weeks ago. Well, he comes up limping that time, but Liebert being carried off the field on a stretcher. We thought his high school football career ended then and there, but to show you the toughness of the young man, back playing excellent football for Niles McKinley.
Boy, and he runs the ball in the short yardage situations and picks up the big yardage for them.
2nd down, a long yard to go. Ball carrier Ullery for the 1st down across the 30 up to the 32-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play and off the bottom of the stack for the Howland Tigers, a man that you're going to be hearing a lot of throughout the course of the ball game, number 24, Dennis Petrosky. Defensive co-captain, starting tight end as you look at the Howland bench on the near side. But Petrosky, Mr. Everything for the Howland Tigers this year. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Niles McKinley, ball carrier, Liebert, ridden down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Defensively, number 76 for Howland, Brian Osborne, 205-pound senior, making the initial contact. And that Howland defense, traditionally under Jack Pearson, always an excellent unit, Harry.
They are. They're very quick. This Howland defense is quick, and, of course, that'll help counteract the quickness in the backfield of the Red Dragons. And we mentioned we'll see the ball on the ground quite a bit tonight. But as we also mentioned, it's tough to say in the last game of the season.
Full house in the backfield, option time, running room for Cicero across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. About an 8-yard pickup on the play as junior quarterback John Lamonge runs the option to perfection. That will set up third down. Let's call it 2 yards to go for the Niles McKinley first down.
We should mention the officials for tonight's game. The referee is, there we see the replay and the nice yardage picked up there by Cicero. We'll get to the officials momentarily.
First third down situation of the ball game. From their own 41, option play left side. Lamonge going to be nailed for the loss back at the 36-yard line. Number 48, Joe Feudy, coming up to make the defensive play of here the first quarter. An interesting story about Joe Feudy, Harry Pettis.
Boy, that's right. We've got a situation where Feudy is the running back, of course, for the Howland Tigers, and his father, assistant principal, Jim Feudy, is the assistant principal at Niles. So it'll be interesting that we haven't spotted Jim, see where he's sitting in this game.
First punting situation of the ball game. Jeff Prox with a high floating kick. That will be fielded at the fair catch at the 20, make it the 33-yard line of the Howland Tigers. And Joe Feudy coming up with a fair catch for the Tigers. That's where Howland will put it in play for the first time of the ball game. 9 minutes, 13 seconds remaining first quarter. And again, let's go through the Howland backfield for you. Quarterback number 16, there you see him entering the field of play. Outstanding junior quarterback Timmy Davis, 180-pound junior. The running backs, number 1, Dan Corbusello, 150-pound senior. Number 25, Dave Bettich, 160-pound senior. And number 48, the fullback, Joe Feudy, 170-pound senior. Option play. Davis, for a couple, gets up to the 35-yard line. This is the first time ever at Tiger Stadium as far as the meeting between Niles McKinley and Howland is concerned. There you go. Usually playing their ball games down at Bo Ryan Memorial Stadium in Niles, but now going on a home-and-home basis. 3-yard pickup for Davis. Second down, 7 yards to go for the Howland Tigers. Feudy, the only man behind the junior quarterback for Howland. Movement on the offensive line, and let's see.
Tigers clapping their hands, thinking that it was the Dragons that jumped, but it was pretty close. Split second determining this one.
Yeah.
Encroachment.
Encroachment against Niles McKinley. 5-yard walk-off will move it across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. Fred Vickerell giving the indication.
Yeah, let's set those officials for you. Fred Vickerell's the referee. The umpire is Manny Nunez. The linesman, Dutch Miller. Line judge, Jack DeLucia. And the back judge, Mike Butch. And we should mention they did the Canton-McKinley-Massillon game this afternoon and drove over here to do this one without supper.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Bettich on the sweep, turns the corner, gets across the 45, up to the 50-yard line. Excellent blocking on the part of Dennis Petrosky from his tight end spot on the left side. That enabled Bettich to pick up 9 yards, and for Howland, their first down of the ball game. Opening drive of the contest for the Howland Tigers. Right now, 4 minutes gone in the first quarter. As you saw Aaron Bonner from the cornerback spot come up to make the stop. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball carrier for virtually nothing, number 47 for the first time tonight. 160-pound senior Chuck Maloney. That time the left side of the Niles McKinley defense, keyed by number 66. Defensive co-captain Rob Blakely making the stop. Flag on the play and a personal foul, the indication against the Howland Tigers. So that is going to be our first major infraction of the ball game. It will move the ball all the way back to the Howland 35-yard string.
Well, those penalties, and especially when you've got a drive going, as the Tigers appeared to have, takes you right out of the game plan when you've got the first and long. Or was it a dead ball? What down do we have here? I can't see the scoreboard.
It was a dead ball because it's second down, 25 yards to go. Happened after the play was blown dead. Now they'll have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Man in motion, Maloney. Davis to throw. Davis with time, fires deep, has a man wide open. open. Bedich incomplete at the 30-yard line. Missed him by about a half a stride. As Dave Bedich springing free. And the incompleted pass will set up a 3rd down and 25 situation for the Tigers. But if Bedich makes connection that time, Harry Pettis, it's goodbye to the races.
Here we see it. Davis dropping straight back. Everything works well except the ball's slightly overthrown. Fine job by Bedich to get free, but Davis with a nice pass just missed it.
3rd down. 25 yards to go from their own 35-yard line. On the draw play, Feudy fights his way up to the 40, but that's going to be way shy of the necessary yardage, and will set up a 4th down. First punting situation of the ball game for the Howland Tigers. I'd like to mention the fact that, well, Howland is 3-1 at home this year. All 3 victories for the Tigers occurring right here at Tiger Stadium. But also like to mention the fact that emotions are running high between these 2 ball clubs.
Well, in addition to the proximity, of course, there's a sentimental factor with Jack Pearson coaching the Tigers after having coached the Dragons last year and previous years.
Petrosky end over end kick. Bonner at his own 27 goes down at the 27-yard line. 33-yard punt by Petrosky. Dave Bedich making the stop on Aaron Bonner, and that's where Niles McKinley will put it in play. 1st down, 10 yards to go.
So far, this one's gone exactly as we thought. You know, neither team is known for their offenses in terms of the Steel Valley Conference. Both are rated near the bottom of the list, but both feature running attacks, and that'll happen. If you're not explosive, you're not going to show up high in the offensive stats. So, thus far, it's just been a battle for field position.
Busted play. Liber going to fight his way up for maybe a yard gain. Again, Joe Feudy in on the stop for the Howland Tigers, along with Chuck Maloney. See where they spot the forward progress of Liebert. Going to be right at the line of scrimmage, so call it 2nd down along 9 yards to go.
I will say this, as cold as it is, there's a nice turnout for the last game of the season. We're probably looking at a wind chill below freezing, as the wind is a factor here tonight.
2 primary rushers for Niles on the year. Dana Cicero and Ron Ullery. Liebert, of course, with that injury problem. That time running room across the 35, close to the 1st down at the 38-yard line. Dana Cicero carrying the football, and that will be good enough for another Niles McKinley 1st down, their 2nd of the ball game. Cicero averaging 4.2 yards per carry. Came into the contest with 399 yards in 99 carries on the course of the 1984 campaign.
And so far tonight, 2 carries for 17 yards, so well above his average. And leading person with the football so far tonight has been Jim Liebert.
Option play, left side. Ullery looking for the block, has it 40, 45, Ullery 50, Ullery to the 48-yard line of the Howland Tigers. Got the block from Jim Liebert on the far side. That enabled Ron Ullery to turn the corner and pick up big yardage. And for Niles McKinley, their 3rd 1st down of the ball game. 4:41 remaining.
Here we see Ullery on the pitch, and he showed good acceleration there. Once he reached the line of scrimmage, he turned it on and got 12 yards. We mentioned the fine stable of running backs there for Niles, and we're seeing it so far in this drive.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Busted play. Lamont going to be nailed for the loss. Back to the 48-yard line. John Lamont turned the ball to hand off to one of his running backs, but unfortunately nobody was there, and he goes down for the yard loss on the play.
There you see some of the throng, well bundled, but they came out en masse. And you have to be brave on a night like tonight where it's windy and cold. But as we mentioned, good rivalry, good emotions on the line here tonight.
2nd down, 11 yards to go for Niles McKinley. On that last play, Eric Martin, defensive end, number 81, coming up to make the stop. 2nd down, 11 yards to go. Full house in the backfield. Lamonge to put it up. Lamonge over the middle has a man. Ron Ullery traps the football inside the 35-yard line. Incompleted pass will set up 3rd down and long yardage for the Red Dragons.
Boy, Ullery made quite an effort, and the official right on the play called it incomplete. Here we have a chance to see it as Lamonge goes straight back. Floats it out there to the right side, and Muellery evidently trapping it.
3rd down, 11 yards to go from the Howland 48-yard line. Option play, Lamonge to Cicero, will not turn the corner. Dennis Petrosky, Dave Bedich, and number 31, Jim Edwards, defensive left end, teaming up to stop Cicero after about a 3-yard pickup. That'll set up 4th down, about 8 yards to go for the Niles McKinley first down. There you go. That's Joe Feudy, son of Niles assistant principal Jim Feudy, and Joe also with the younger brother Brian on the ball club. He wears number 42, only a sophomore. Prox with another excellent boot. A lot of hang time. Rolls inside the 10, inside the 5, and down. Very, very close to the 5-yard line. Excellent boot by Jeff Prox.
Quite a boot, and I think the Tigers misread it a little bit because they signaled for the fair catch and let the ball bounce into what they thought was going to be the end zone. But the Red Dragons got down there quickly and put the Tigers in the hole. Quite a boot.
Danny Corbusetto, number 1, coming into the offensive lineup for Jack Pearson. And coming out of the ball game, you just saw a glimpse of Chuck Maloney. 1st down, 10 yards to go, the ball deep in their own territory. Davis giving the ball to Corbusetto, might have picked up a yard on the play. Excellent chance for the Niles McKinley defense. If they can stop Howland right here, they'll give the offense the football back in excellent field position. That time, number 74, defensive tackle Brian Lilly. 200-pound junior making the stop on Corbusetto. 2nd down, 9 yards to go for the Howland first down.
The punts become very important in a game like this where ball control is the key. Because the further you can pin the other team in the territory, the better off your offense is going to be when they get the ball.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Quarterback Timmy Davis gives the ball to, I believe that's Dave Bedich, up close to the 10-yard line. 4-yard pickup on the play will set up 3rd down. And about 5 yards to go for the Howland Tigers.
Bedich has got 13 yards and 2 carries. He's the leading rusher on that Howland team. So far tonight, just to show you the running attack, Niles has had 4 guys running the football, Howland with 5. So we mentioned the diversity in the running attack. 9 people have carried the football already, and we're early, well, about midway through the first period.
3rd and about 5 from their own 10-yard line. Reversed. Corbusetto trying to get outside. Has the first down. Fights his way up to the 19-yard line. Nifty bit of running by Danny Corbusetto. He picks up for Howland, and there may be a flag on the play. There is a flag back at the initial line of scrimmage. And let's see what the infraction is. The way they're talking to the Howland Tigers, apparently it's against Niles McKinley.
Yep, they've called illegal motion, I think, against the Tigers.
Well, that'll nullify a nice run by Corbusetto as Fred Vickerell gives us the indication. 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And instead of having 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line, it's now 3rd down. And about 9 yards to go from their own 6-yard stretch. Ball carrier on the sweep, trying to get outside. Bedich does so. 15. Bedich close to the first down, but good defensive effort by Niles McKinley's Ron Muellery. I think prevented Bedich from picking up the first down.
It looked like Bedich was going to get outside and pick up a big chunk, but he tripped a little bit and then got nailed short of the first down.
So that will set up a 4th down punting situation as you look at Dana Cicero and Aaron Bonner, the 2 deep men in the Niles punt return unit, standing at about the Howland 45-yard line. And there you saw number 24, Dennis Petrosky, from about his own goal line. Gets a high kick. Fair catch indicated. Fair catch grab. Fumbled on the play. Muff punt. And let's see.
No, I think a whistle blew. No flags, though.
That's an unusual call.
I don't think he ever had control. quite frankly.
Yeah, Mike Butch blew it dead at the 46-yard line, and that's where it's going to stand. First down, 10 yards to go for Niles McKinley. 32-yard punt by Dennis Petrosky. Again, no return by Niles McKinley. And again, the Red Dragons come out with a full house in the backfield. Ball carrier, Ullery, running room, 35. Ullery, down to the 32-yard line. And a man shaken up for Niles McKinley, Jim Liebert, right at the 30-yard line. And Liebert holding on to that tender knee, but plenty of spunk in him, gets up on his feet. Nice run again by Ron Ullery, following excellent blocking and picking up another first down for Niles McKinley.
That's the third, make that the fourth now for the Red Dragons. Ullery up to 28 yards in just 3 carries. He's been explosive when he's gotten the football. Hope Liebert's okay.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball at the 31-yard line, and there is the whistle indicating the end of the first quarter. So we played one at Tiger Stadium in Howland, Ohio. Still Valley Conference matchup between Niles McKinley and the Howland Tigers. The score, Niles nothing, Howland nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action, but first we're going to pause for this message.
Make Mickey's Army and Navy your one-stop headquarters for the latest styles in jeans and footwear. Mickey's in downtown Warren has it all. Style, selection, and best of all, savings on famous name Lee, Levi, and Wrangler jeans. Why bother driving all over town when you can come to Mickey's, park right out in front, and find just what you've been looking for? Mickey's has been serving the Warren area for over 35 years. That's why people in the know go to Mickey's Army and Navy in downtown Warren.
But there's not much that Mickey's Army and Navy hasn't got.
We are back at Tiger Stadium, Howland, Ohio. We've had a scoreless first period of play. So far, it's been a game which has been pretty even in terms of yardage gained and so forth. Niles, staying to the ground, has picked up 51 yards on the ground. They've only thrown one pass, and it was incomplete. On the other hand, Howland has had the ball just for 8 plays, and they've been able to pick up 28 yards on the ground, thrown just one pass. When I said even, it isn't even in terms of yardage, but when you take the plays into account, Niles has run a few more than the Tigers up to now. But Niles now with the good field position to start the second period. And as we mentioned, they've gotten quite a bit out of Cicero and Ullery already. Cap?
First down, 10 yards to go from the Howland 31-yard line. Second man through for about 5 down to the 26-yard stripe. Again, number 30, Ron Ullery carrying the football for Niles McKinley. That will set up second down, 5 yards to go for the Red Dragons. Opening moments of the second quarter. No score in the ball game. Niles McKinley, as they have throughout the entire first quarter, with a full house. Ball carrier, second man through, Cicero, down close to the first down at the 20-yard line. Danny Corbusello coming up to make the stop along with Dennis Petrosky for the Howland defense. But close enough to the first down, and we will have our first measurement of the ball game. Red Dragons running that power football area, employing basically the second man through the hole each time the quarterback, John Lamonge, hands off the ball.
They're playing power football. They're not doing anything tricky, there's no question. But with the running backs that they have, they probably feel they can exploit Howland up the middle. And let's see, the measurement, pretty close. But not close enough as far as the Red Dragons are concerned. It'll be third and short, very short. Now we should mention, with Fred Vickerell's crew having worked an afternoon game, you know, this is a yeoman's effort on their part to have to come here and do 2 in one day. It's highly unusual, so hopefully they'll be in good shape and good mind to do a good one. So far, it's been a well-officiated ball game.
Wing T in the backfield now employed by Howland. Third and short. Ball carrier, running room, 15, 10, Liebert 5, Liebert 4-yard line. Jimmy Liebert On the quick hitter over his own right tackle, found running room and picks up big yardage. 17-yard pickup, first down, goal to go for the Niles McKinley Red Dragons.
Well, there we saw Jim Liebert, and we saw him get injured, too, and look at him go. He doesn't look like he's hurt here, does he? Finds the right side, hangs on to the football, gets it inside the 5, and Niles in the driver's seat here on this drive.
Chuck Maloney and Joe Feudy preventing the touchdown. First down, goal to go from the 4-yard line of the Howland Tigers. Ball carrier for virtually no gain on the play. Second down, 4 yards to go for the Niles McKinley touchdown.
Up close down here now. Niles has moved the ball quite well. And now they're inside the 5. This is where it really counts.
Again with the wing tee in the backfield. Ball carrier, Ron Yellery dives his way down to about the 2-yard line. That'll set up third down, 2 yards to go for the Red Dragon touchdown. On the left side, number 47 for the Howland defense. Chuck Maloney one more time, stopping the Niles McKinley ball carrier. Third down, 2 yards to go for the touchdown. 9 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, first half of action, and Niles McKinley with the first serious scoring threat of the ball game. Option play, football on the play, recovered by the Howland Tigers. Number 31 for Howland, Jimmy Edwards from his defensive left end spot. Coming up to recover the air and pitch back by quarterback Lamonge, and a big break for Howland.
Boy, it really was. Just when it looked like Niles, they were playing power football up to that point, decided to go wide with the pitch, and they fumbled the football. Here we have a chance to see it. Lamonge trying to pitch it. It's a bad pitch, and there the recovery for the Tigers sets things up. Still deep in their own territory, but thwarting that particular threat.
First down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback Tim Davis gives the ball with a little bit of running room across the 10 up to the 12-yard line. Ball carrier Joe Feudy, a pickup of 5. Second down, 5 yards to go for the Howland first down.
You look at Feudy and you look at Liebert, and you see two running backs with very similar styles. They bull their way through. And there was a case where Feudy got him out of the hole with a nice pickup.
Second down, 5 to go. Ball carrier on the sweep. Corbusato running room, 15, 20. Corbusato 25. Corbusato 30. Corbusato 35 down at the 38-yard line. Danny Corbusato, second leading rusher on the year for the Howland Tigers. And coming up to make a touchdown-saving tackle for the Red Dragons, number 85, left side cornerback Gary Joseph. And timeout indicated by the Howland Tigers, by Niles McKinley. Red Dragons stopping the clock with 8 minutes, 6 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Well, here we'll have a chance to see Corbusato. He almost breaks it all the way here. Finds a nice hole on the right side, gets through it in a hurry. And now it becomes a foot race, but the Niles defender with the angle on Corbusato brings him down. But the Tigers get out of the hole, and that's welcome relief for them, as the last 2 times they've had the football, they've been operating from within the 10-yard line. And now with a little bit more breathing room, the Tigers trying to roll. Corbusato now with 24 yards rushing and just 2 carries. Dave Bedich has 21 and 3. And Niles McKinley with 3 runners with pretty good yardage, and Cicero with 23 yards, Jewelry with 35, Liebert with 25. Both teams content to keep the ball on the ground. Both teams have been fairly successful in the first half keeping the ball on the ground. There have only been 2 passes in the contest up to now. First down-wise, it's Niles McKinley with 5 and Howland with 2, and here come the Tigers.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball at their own 39-yard line. Bedich the man in motion. Davis on the bootleg to the right side, running room, 35-40. Davis 50, Davis 40, Davis 30, Jimmy Davis 20, Davis 10, Tim Davis 5, Tim Davis for the touchdown.
And I see no flag, so this one's going to count. What a run, 61 yards.
First score of the ball game going to the Howland Tigers. 61-yard jaunt on the bootleg by Tim Davis, with a score coming at 7 minutes, 54 seconds remaining first half. The Tigers lead 6-0.
Well, there we saw the athletic ability of Tim Davis, and he really turned on the Jets once he got by the line of scrimmage. There was nobody to catch him, and he just outran the secondary for the touchdown.
Petrosky, Mr. Everything to do the booting out of the hold of number 11, George Stahl for Howland. High snap from center. The ball is down, and Petrosky really showing a lot of leg tonight. Not only split the uprights, I think he kicked it over the end zone crowd on the south side of the stadium. 7-0 the score. The Howland Tigers, after a big break, fumble recovery at their own 8-yard line, marching 92 yards in 6 plays for the TD.
My, how things can turn as they made the big play defensively. Here we see Davis. It's a bootleg. He gets by one person there, another person there, and then look out, he's gone. Tim Davis with a fine run. There was no catching him at that point. And there we saw the athletic ability of Tim Davis, highly touted as a junior quarterback for the Howland Tigers. And just when it looked like Niles was dominating this football game, they marched it up and down the field against the Howland Tigers. The Tigers hadn't had any operating room, and once they got it, Tim Davis took over and got the Tigers on the board first, drawing first blood with the 7-0 lead. And now the momentum, which was with Niles earlier in the contest, seems to be with the Howland Tigers. And we're starting to see why they are 3-1 on their home field. They play extremely well and with confidence.
Well, that was a pretty bootleg by Timmy Davis. Fake to the man going around his own left end, tucked the ball on his hip and found the opening. Got a key block at about the 45, and that was all she wrote. Petrosky to do the kicking off for Howland. We're going to be looking at it from a different camera angle for you. Petrosky really putting the leg into both kicks that he's performed thus far tonight on the opening kickoff, driving it into the end zone. Okay, we're going to look at it from the ground camera. See what this is like. Yeah, squib kick. Good shot, Mike Sparacino. It's got to be recovered. Was that planned?
That must have been a tip-off in the truck.
Niles McKinley recovered on the squib kick.
Pretty awesome, ain't it?
At the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard stripe.
That is amazing. Not so much the kick, just the fact that we had the right camera on.
Yeah. Excellent shot. Okay, here we go. First down, 10 yards to go for Niles McKinley. Again with the full house in the backfield. Running room across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. Again, I believe Ron Yodery, the ball carrier. And again, double team tackle by Dennis Petrosky and number 48, Joe Feudy. 5-yard pickup on the play. Second down and 5 to go for the Red Dragons. Last time they had their hands on the football, they marched it all the way down to the 2-yard line of Howland before coughing it up, and Howland proceeded to march their own way, 92 yards. Ball carrier going to be hemmed in. Dennis Petrosky coming up to make the stop on Dana Cicero, back at Dana Cicero's 38-yard line. It'll go as about a 2-yard loss on the play and set up third down and a long 6 yards to go for the Red Dragons.
Niles has been content to keep the ball on the ground. Now they're faced with a possible passing situation.
5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining second quarter. Third and about 7 from their own 38-yard line. Lamonge hits Aaron Bonner over the middle for the first down up to the 48-yard line. Bonner on the receiving end. Dave Bedich making the stop for Howland, but not before. A 10-yard pass completion gives Niles McKinley their 7th first down of the ball game.
Now, so far, no question about who's been more methodical in moving the football. It's been Niles, but Howland's got the 7 on the board because of the big run.
First man through into Howland territory, down to the Tiger 47-yard line. I think it was Jimmy Liebert. It was number 45. He picks up 5 on the play and sets up again a 2nd and 5 situation for Niles McKinley.
Ball moved into the Tiger
Got to give a lot of credit to that Niles offensive line. They've been doing a good job of moving the Tigers off the football.
Again, the full house in the backfield. Option play. Lamonge to the 45. Picked up about 2 on the play. That'll set up a third down and about 3 situation for the Niles McKinley Red Dragons. And number 24 again, once again, making the stop for Howland.
Well, he's an amazing athlete in his own right. Dennis Petrosky. He can do it all. They used to talk in the olden days about the triple threat athletes, and he might add a 4th one for him.
Third down, 3 yards to go. Option play short side of the field. Ron Ullery close to the first down. Had to get to the 42. That's about where he was knocked out of bounds by Dave Bedich. And we may bring the chains completely over to this side of the field we are. 4:43 remaining first half. Fred Vickerell giving the indication. Be a tough decision for Bill Leonard. It's either going to be 1st and 10 or it's going to be 4th and very, very short yardage to go.
Yeah, if it's 4th and short, you're right. It is a tough decision, but given the time remaining in this game, you'd think they'd want to play field position and punt the Tigers down deep again. There's a good shot of what we see as the first down.
What you call by the length of the football.
Hey, defense, what you?
Dominated by Niles McKinley's offense, but the Howland Tigers have the 92-yard drive, and they have the only points in the first 2 quarters of play. Lamonge to throw. Fired, pass intercepted. That's Jimmy Edwards to the 30, 35, 40, 45, 48-yard line, out of bounds at the 48-yard strike. Jim Edwards, who had the big fumble recovery at the 8-yard line in Niles McKinley's last serious scoring threat, picks off a Lamonge pass, returns it all the way. Now they're going to mark it right at the 50-yard line, and first down, 10 yards to go for Howland.
Well, Jimmy Edwards happened to be in the right spot there. Here we see the ball slightly underthrown, though, as Edwards is right there to pick it off, just getting in the way, and makes a nice return of it back to the midfield.
First down, 10 yards to go. Davis to put it up, going for the quick 6. Has a man wide open, Bedich. Bedich to the 10. Bedich to the 5. Dave Bedich for the touchdown. Just like that, the Howland Tigers on a 50-yard bomb by Timmy Davis. 4 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and the Tigers lead 13-0.
Bedich was so wide open, it was almost unbelievable. And he bobbled the football, fortunately hung on to it, and Timmy Davis strikes again, this time with his arm. Last time with his feet, and he's having himself quite a night as he's got the Howland Tigers ahead by 2 touchdowns.
Petrosky again to do the extra point kick attempt out of the hold of number 11, George Stahl. Howland may have to call for a timeout. Timeout they are. They're going to stop the clock, or stop the countdown. Clock doesn't move, of course, during the extra point attempt, but we still only have 30 seconds to snap the ball. We're going to look at it again, Harry.
Oh, it's just a wide open. Davis drops straight back and just unfurls a beauty. Bedich bobbling, but no question about it, into the end zone. And again, Timmy Davis. Well, it was a great call. You have to give Jack Pearson a lot of credit for that call, as they got the ball at midfield and decided to go for it all right there on first down, and caught the Dragons sleeping just a bit.
Well, you go back about 1 quarter, and the very same play. Remember, Bedich had his man beat by about 5 yards, but the pass just slightly overthrown by Davis. In quarter number 1 this time, pass right on the mark, and Bedich converting it into the touchdown.
Well, Davis, we know, has the strong arm. And in that case, it was Bedich just beating the secondary, getting himself open, and hanging on to the football for the touchdown. Now the Tigers are set to go to try for the extra point.
Again, Stahl to do the holding. Petrosky to do the booting. Ball is down. Kick is in the air, and again, Dennis Petrosky drives it clean over the end zone. 14-0 the score. The Howland Tigers with the lead over Niles McKinley. 4 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Harry?
Well, the Howland Tigers get up on top, and you know, the way the first period went, it looked like it was going to be a Niles football game as they moved the ball quite well. But then when they got into territory in which they could have scored, they fumbled the football. Howland took it from there. Tim Davis, of course, with 7:54 left in the second period, galloped 61 yards for the touchdown. And now just scoring with 4:03 remaining on a 50-yard pass to Bedich. And Tim Davis is that kind of quarterback. You give him that inch, he'll take the mile. And that's what he's done for the Tigers so far tonight against these Red Dragons.
Yeah, Jimmy Edwards with 2 turnovers, one on a fumble recovery that ultimately wound up in the Howland touchdown, first touchdown of the ball game. This time with a pass interception that set up this 50-yard scoring strike. And Jimmy Edwards certainly having a hand in the Howland 14 points up to this point, albeit from maybe a little bit of a more subtler viewpoint.
Well, that's true. As we're handing out accolades here, we have to give Jim Edwards the credit on the recovered fumble and then the intercepted pass, yeah. So we're going to see another kickoff here from the ground camera.
Ground level. See where Dennis Petrosky puts it this time. Well, this time he goes the other side of the field. It'll be picked up at the 17 by Carmen Hudson. Hudson across the 25, gets up to the 28-yard line. Making the tackle for the Howland kickoff defense unit, George Antonell, number 20, 150-pound junior. And that will be a first down, 10 yards to go situation for the Niles McKinley Red Dragons. They're going to spot it at the 29-yard line of Niles McKinley. And suddenly the Red Dragons trailing by a score 14-0. With 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Still plenty of time for Niles McKinley to move down the length of the field. Ball carrier running room. 35-40. Ullery 45. Almost broke it up to the 46-yard line. 17-yard pickup for Ron Ullery, and Ullery having himself quite a ball game here this evening.
Already up to 60 yards and 8 carries. And Ron Ullery almost broke that one. Niles has been coming within 1 tackle of breaking one here. Here we have a chance to see it. Ullery finding the left side, cutting back a little bit, and then right up the middle of the field for 17.
Full house in the backfield. First man through, 50. Liebert 45. Liebert 40. Liebert 38-yard line and out of bounds. At the Howland 38, and Jimmy Liebert running on sheer guts that time. 16-yard pickup and another first down for Niles McKinley.
That's 9 first downs now for Niles. 8 of them on the run. Liebert with a nice run there as he broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage and then went outside. There you see him breaking the tackle. Goes to the left side, gets out of that mess, and then picks up a few more yards. Niles on a roll now.
Kim Cavalcanti finally bringing him down. Second man through for maybe 2, down to the 36-yard line. Dana Cicero, the ball carrier. That time, Ron Ullery, the ball carrier. That time, Joe Feudy coming up from his cornerback spot to make the stop. 2-yard pickup on the play. Second down. Let's count it 8 yards to go for the Red Dragons.
Go down! Defense! 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 Come on, Feudy!
Second down, 8 yards to go. Liebert running room 30. Liebert 25. Jimmy Liebert for the first down. Down to the 22-yard line of the Howland Tigers. And Liebert a little shaken up again on the play. Slow getting to his feet, but another excellent run by the fullback for Niles McKinley.
I see why Liebert may be a bit injury prone. Boy, I'll tell you, he really gets hit, but he bounces very well. Here he will have a chance to see it. Left side again. Boom, he gets hit there, gets hit again from behind, but he picks up another 13 yards. He's got 60 yards on the night, as well as Ullery's 62 yards.
Down to 2 minutes remaining, second quarter. Ball carrier, Ullery inside the 20, fighting his way down to the 14-yard line. About an 8-yard pickup for Ron Ullery. He's over the 70-yard mark here in the first half. It'll be second down. Let's call it 2 yards to go for the Red Dragons, and Niles McKinley still with 2 timeouts remaining. There you see number 47, one of the messenger tight ends for Bill Leonard, Mike Saban, 185-pound junior.
This has been an impressive drive by the Red Dragons with their backs against the wall.
Yep, they're cool and showing that character that Bill Leonard spoke of. Ullery has no, he does not have the first down. Good defensive effort again by number 48, Joe Feudy. About a yard pickup on the play. Third down and about a yard and a half to go for the Niles McKinley first down. And there you see Niles utilizing their second time out of the first half. That'll stop the clock with 1:16 remaining quarter number 2. Trailing in the ball game 14-0.
Niles, no question, is dominated as far as time of possession, but they trail on the scoreboard 14-0, the victim of 2 big plays. Just looking at some of the statistics as far as their leading rushers, Ron Eulery with 71 yards, 11 carries so far. Jim Leibert's got 60 yards and 8 carries, and Dana Cicero with 21 yards and 5 carries. So that threesome has accounted for some big yardage. In fact, 152 yards for the Niles Red Dragons on the ground. And when you look in the other column and look at Howland's rushers, it's 63 yards for Tim Davis in 2 carries. Of course, the big one was a 61-yard touchdown gallop. And Dave Bedich with 21 yards and 3 carries. So when you think about the amount of yardage gained on the ground, it's been Niles dominating. But they trail 14-0. There you see Jack Pearson, Howland's classy head coach.
Has over 120 wins in his high school coaching career. Coached many, many outstanding athletes. Third down, 3. Cicero to the outside. 15, 10, 5. Cicero for the touchdown. Got around his own right end and raced into the end zone for the Niles McKinley first score of the ball game. That'll make it a 14-6 count, and that score coming with 1:09 remaining second quarter.
That was a big touchdown drive by Niles. They certainly didn't want to go into the locker room down 2 touchdowns, so they put together a fine drive without a pass.
Number 42, freshman Joe Sully, 160-pounder, to do the extra point conversion attempt. Ball is down. Sully's kick is up. Man, he rifled that one. Kick is no good, off to the left side. Had plenty of distance on it, but off to the left side, so the score remains. With 1:09 remaining second quarter, the score, the Howland Tigers 14 and the Niles McKinley Red Dragons 6.
Now we'll have a chance to see the touchdown gallop again. There you see number 36, Dana Cicero. Once he got around, turned the corner on the right side, it was nobody in between him and the end zone, and Cicero with the 21-yard touchdown gallop. And Niles McKinley back in the contest, down now 14-6.
Excellent block that time on the defensive right end by Ron Eulery, enabling Cicero to spring free around his own corner. And Joe Sully, the freshman kicker from Niles McKinley, will put the ball in play with 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's been the relentless drive of the Niles McKinley offense versus the quick big play capability, quick strike capability of the Howland offense. It's been the story of the ball game up to this point. Sully's kickoff. Nice one. It'll be taken at the 12-yard line, fumbled at the 12 to the 15 to the 20. Running room 25, Bedich 30. Bedich out of bounds on the far sideline. Going to spot him out of bounds at the 37-yard line, so Dave Bedich with a 22-yard kickoff return. And that's where the Howland Tigers, with 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half, will have it first down, 10 yards to go.
Well, what do you think? Will they be content to go in 14-6 leaders here at this point?
I think they're lining up without the huddle, so apparently Jack Pearson wants more before halftime. Pass into the flat area, complete to Bedich. Bedich to the 40, Bedich to the 44-yard line. About a 7-yard pickup on the play, so the clock continuing to wind down. Howland still with 2 timeouts remaining, down to the 42nd mark. Second down, again, no huddle for the Howland Tigers. Second down, 7 yards to go.
In the 2-minute offense there.
Davis rolling left. Davis firing the football. Has a man, 45, 42-yard line of the Howland Tigers. Excuse me, of Niles McKinley is Ron Eulery making the tackle. And on the receiving end of the pass from Davis, Kim Cavalcanti, and that will give Howland a first down, and the Tigers immediately expend a timeout. That'll stop the clock with 24 seconds remaining second quarter. First down, 10 yards to go. We'll look at it again.
Here we see Cavalcanti finds an opening there on the left side and picks up enough yardage for the first down, which stops the clock, but the timeout stops the clock as well.
move about 15 yards closer, you're going to give Dennis Petrosky, the way he's been kicking tonight, a shot at the field goal.
Well, I think this is the way it should be played, really. It's good to see Jack Pearson going for more, even though he's got an 8-point lead. He wants to add to that lead.
Sean Lutz will split about 15 to the right side. One running back behind quarterback Timmy Davis. Davis to throw. Davis fires deep for Corpusalo, incomplete at the 3-yard line. Slightly underthrown by Timmy Davis. That incompletion stops the clock with 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And will set up second down and about 10 yards to go.
We are not talking field goal position here. Look at this. It's the bomb again by Davis. He gets it up there, but hung it a little too high. And it was almost a great grab there.
Wing T in the backfield. Draw play. Bedich will get about a yard down to the 41-yard line. That'll set up third down, 9 yards to go, and Howland better hurry. They're stopping the clock until the chains are set, and now Howland will call for the timeout. Or wait a minute.
Yeah,
the clock was stopped at the 14-second mark for about 5 or 6 seconds.
I think that may be what the officials are discussing here, that there probably should be more time run off the clock. Who's running the clock?
5 seconds down, Fred Vickerow giving the indication.
Right. Right on the spot. That's very good on the part of the officials. Sometimes those seconds can tick away and they won't notice.
Davis to throw. Davis firing, sideline pattern, incomplete. At about the 15-yard line, and that is the final play of the first half. So we play 2 here at Tiger Stadium in Howland, Ohio. The score: the Howland Tigers 14, Niles McKinley 6, and we'll be back with halftime entertainment, information, and more for you. But first, we're going to pause for this message.
What do you think about Woody's Knowledge Fitness Center now that he's remodeled everything?
Really nice. Nice house.
Hi, Woody.
Yeah, Woody's open 24 hours a day, 3 times a week now.
That's right. Time's never a factor, and you can come down, try it out for a week free. Yeah, Larry, besides doubling the Knowledge equipment, they also doubled the size of this free weight room.
Nice sound. Yeah, nice sound system.
Hi, Aurora.
Okay, let me get this straight. We've got aerobics, we've got karate, we have a sauna, we have a weight room, and 2 complete sets of Knowledge equipment.
That's right. So why don't you take a shot at Woody's?
All right.
Hi. You know, I just can't resist the homemade desserts at Abruzzi's Cafe 422. Look at this homemade apple pie, fresh strawberry pie, cheesecake with strawberries, rice pudding, chocolate pie, pecan pie, key lime pie. And remember the big difference, they're made right here. Try Abruzzi's Cafe 422, and I guarantee you'll enjoy yourself.
And enjoy yourself, Abruzzi. Enjoy yourself, Cafe 422.
Welcome back, Tiger Stadium, Howland, Ohio. There you see the halftime score. The Howland Tigers 14, the Niles McKinley Red Dragons 6. And now taking a look at some of the statistics in this one. The Niles McKinley Red Dragons have featured a great running attack. Ron Eulery has led the way in 11 carries. He's picked up 71 yards. Jim Liebert with 60 yards on 8 carries. And Dana Cicero with 42 yards and 6 carries. And when you put everything together, the Red Dragons have 167 yards on the ground in 29 carries. Look at that. That makes you kind of hungry, doesn't it? It's trick-or-treat night, I guess, here. Early November. Anyway, going on with Niles, they've just thrown 3 passes, completed 1 for a total of 10 yards. So when you put Niles' total yards together, you come up with 177 yards. 32 plays run by the Red Dragons. Now remember that 32 plays, because as we go over Howland's, it'll be even more interesting. Most unusual marching band I've ever seen. We'll give you a shot to listen to this fine marching band of the Howland Tigers here momentarily. The Tigers, meanwhile, 63 yards for Tim Davis and 2 carries. Of course, the big one was the 61-yard run. Dan Corbusello with 24 yards and 2 carries to lead the way. The Tigers with 118 yards, 11 carries. As far as passing is concerned, they're 3 of 6 for a total of 72 yards. So the Tigers with 200 yards of total offense in 17 plays. Now, I told you to remember 32. Niles has run 32 plays. Howland has run just 17, and yet Howland has 200 yards total offense to Niles 177, and that's exactly why the Tigers also have a 14-6 lead. Well, as we mentioned, it's halftime here in Tiger Stadium, Howland, Ohio. It's the Howland High School Marching Band on the field in a most unusual bit of costuming there by the band. And we're going to go down there and pick up this number right now. We'll be back with more halftime after this.
Warren General Hospital recently built its first satellite medical center in Andover, Ohio. This facility, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, demonstrates Warren General Hospital's commitment to making quality medical care available to more people when and where they need it. Good health is spreading at Warren General Hospital.
Kerr Tire in Warren has out-of-this-world values on famous Goodyear tires. You'll save on Tiempo, the original all-season still-belted radial for most every kind of weather. Tiempo, one tire that does it all, priced as low as $34.95. You'll also find big savings on the Arriva all-season radial, with built-in fuel economy and responsive handling, as well as Vector and Eagle radials. Kerr Tire on Woodland Avenue in Warren also features the Hunter computerized alignment machine that takes the guesswork out of alignment. So stop at Kerr Tires today. Make Mickey's Army and Navy your one-stop headquarters for the latest styles in jeans and footwear. Mickey's in downtown Warren has it all. Styles, selection, and best of all, savings on famous name Lee, Levi, and Wrangler jeans. Why bother driving all over town when you can come to Mickey's, park right out in front, and find just what you've been looking for? Mickey's has been serving the Warren area for over 35 years. That's why people in the know go to Mickey's Army and Navy in downtown Warren.
But there's not much that Mickey's Army and Navy hasn't got.
We're back at Tiger Stadium, Howland, Ohio. There you see the halftime score. The Howland Tigers with the 14-6 lead. It's been a surprising first half. Not so much the score necessarily, just the way this one has gone. The Niles Red Dragons have dominated in terms of the number of plays run, and the Howland Tigers have the lead 14-6, and a beautiful night for football from one standpoint, but on the other hand, just a bit nippy. And the fans have come out en masse and quite bundled up, but they're enjoying quite a contest here. And it's anybody's ball game at this point. It'll be the Howland Tigers kicking off to Niles. And here to bring you the second half of action, John Caparanis.
Well, this is highly unusual in a high school football game. Second time. Open up the ball game. Dennis Petrosky put it in the air, drove it into the end zone. Same thing is going to occur here in the third quarter. Currently, Howland had the option whether to kick off or receive, and the Tigers are electing to put the ball in the air and give the ball over to Niles McKinley. 14-6 the score. The Howland Tigers with the lead. All the scoring occurring in the second quarter. And there is, I think, a flag at the 40-yard line before the kickoff. Apparently it fell out of somebody's pocket, so we'll keep an eye on it for you.
You're right. Nobody has picked it up either.
Dennis Petrosky to kick off to open up the third quarter. Again, Aaron Bonner, younger brother of Sean Bonner, the deep man for Niles McKinley at his own 3-yard line. That kick will go out of bounds, and Niles will have it at their own 40-yard stretch. That might have been symbolic.
I guess it isn't a flag. Look at that. Close-up shot of whatever it is.
Sure looks like one.
Yeah,
Part of the band.
Yeah, costumed band. Part of the Ghostbusters scenario, I suppose. Well, anyway, Niles will put the ball in play, and as we mentioned, they've had a torrid ground attack, but they've only gotten 6 on the board here up to now. And it behooves the Howland Tigers here in the second half to see if they can't close off some of those holes that the offensive line of the Dragons has created for Cicero, Eulery, and Liebert to run through.
First offensive play from scrimmage of the third quarter, and Ron Eulery getting virtually nothing as he tried to turn his own left end. Joe Feudy once again in on the stop for the Howland Tigers. And that will set up a second down and 10 situation for Niles McKinley. Again in the backfield for the Red Dragons. Quarterback number 11, John Lamonge, 160-pound junior. The fullback number 45, Jimmy Liebert, 185-pound senior. And the two running backs, number 36, Dana Cicero, 165-pound senior. As Eulery going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Back at his own 38-yard line. And coming up to make the stop, defensive right end, number 81, Eric Martin. And completing the backfield for Niles McKinley, the man who just carried the football. In fact, he's carried it twice from scrimmage here in the third quarter. Leading rusher in the first half, number 30, Ron Eulery. So that'll set up third down and about 12 to go for the Niles McKinley Red Dragons. In third down conversion attempts, one more statistic for you. In the first half, the Red Dragons 3 out of 7. So here we go. Third down, 12 yards to go. Lamonge looking. Lamonge firing over the middle. Has a man wide open. 48, 45, 40. That is Eulery at the 40-yard line of the Howland Tigers. Ron Eulery on the receiving end of a 21-yard pass from quarterback John Lamonge, and that will be good enough first down-wise for number 6 in the ball game for the Red Dragons.
There we see the replay. And a 20-yard gain there as Eulery picks off the second pass completion for Lamonge.
High in the backfield, ball carrier Liebert inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. 2-yard pickup for Jim Liebert. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Red Dragons.
Niles has moved the ball well. There's no question in the first half that they moved it better than Howland. Consistently, anyway. And they're at it again here in the second half, and this third quarter is very important to the Red Dragons.
Again with the eye in the backfield. Sweep time to Dana Cicero. He is going to have about a yard pickup, a flag on the play. We could have a face mask against the Howland Tigers. That's exactly what Fred Vicarella is indicating to us. Face mask against the Tigers will move the ball from the 38 down to the 23-yard stripe of Howland. And once again, Niles McKinley on the move. Might be able to get a shot at the face mask infraction.
Well, again, a situation where the Tigers had the runner stop, but a 15-yard penalty very costly. Here we'll see it. There you see the simple pitch, and he stopped, but he stopped by a face mask, too. Good shot on the replay. Great job, camera work.
First down, 10 yards to go. Full house in the backfield. Ullery running room inside the 20 down to about the 15-yard line. Ullery having a ball game here this evening. They're going to spot him right down at the 15. An 8-yard pickup on the play. Second down, 2 yards to go for the Niles McKinley first down.
77 yards now for Ullery, 14 carries. He's been the workhorse for the Red Dragons. But they've gotten good performances out of Liebert and Cicero as well tonight.
Second down, 2 yards to go. Liebert, first down, inside the 10. Liebert fighting his way down to about the 6-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Liebert. In fact, they're going to mark him down at the 5-yard stripe, so give him 9 on the play. And set up a first and goal situation for Niles McKinley.
13 first downs now for Niles. Here we see Liebert doing a lot of it on his own. Should have been stopped 5 yards back further, but maintained his balance with his right hand and gained the first down and puts Niles in the driver's seat again on this one.
Full house in the backfield, first and goal. Liebert inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. 3-yard pickup for Jim Liebert. Joe Feudy one more time in on the stop for the Howland Tigers. That time helped out by Scott Bigham. That'll set up second down, and again 2 yards to go for the Niles McKinley touchdown.
When Bill Leonard needs the tough yards, you better believe it's Jimmy Liebert that's going to get the football. Last 2 times he's carried. Let's see if they go for a third or give the ball here to Ullery.
Ball carrier Liebert for the touchdown. Jimmy Liebert taking it in from the 2-yard line and scoring his third touchdown of the 1984 campaign.
Well, now you have to go for 2 to try to tie it up here if you're the Red Dragons. As we mentioned, they've run the ball quite well against Howland and only thrown the ball 4 times tonight, so running play could be in the offing here.
2-point conversion attempt, down by 2, shifting into the shotgun. That draws Howland offside, and that will move the ball down to the 1.5-yard line.
I feel like we've seen this somewhere before. Youngstown Ursuline used that effectively. But here, it's going to be a procedure call, isn't it?
You know, that's the question that, or discussion Bob Church and I got in last night. Is that an illegal shift?
Well, the way they did this one, it obviously was. They called offside, though, not illegal procedure.
Maybe somebody jumping on the line of scrimmage for Niles McKinley. At any rate, the Red Dragons will call for the timeout. That's another possibility. Perhaps they weren't set for the complete second before the snap of the football.
Well, that's what Bob Church was saying. As long as they are for a full second, then you're fine. But
well, we didn't have a snap of the football, though.
Well, that's true, too.
So that's apparently somebody on the line of scrimmage moving just a little bit. Well, that makes it a little bit of a tougher choice for Bill Leonard.
That's tricking yourself into 5 yards the wrong way, of course. And now needing the extra 2 points. You know, in theory, that's a great play, but if execution's just a tad off, it really can be costly, and that's what it has done to the Red Dragons. Instead of going in from a couple yards out, they're now faced with virtually 4th and 8. Of course, it's not a down situation, but it is a situation where they have to try to pick up the 8 yards in one play.
Well, they're going to be running out of the eye this time. 2-point conversion attempt. Lamage throws it into the flat area, incomplete. Fake pumped into the end zone. Man double covered in the end zone and tried to go to his outlet pass to Ron Ullery. The pass incomplete. And with exactly 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, the score remains the Howland Tigers 14, Niles McKinley 12. Let's review the scoring in the first half for you, since we didn't do so at halftime. In the second quarter, the Niles McKinley Red Dragons drove down to the 2-yard line of the Howland Tigers. At that point, Niles McKinley went with the quarterback option. The option pass to the running back was thrown awry by quarterback John Lamage, and Jim Edwards recovered for Howland at the 8-yard line of the Tigers. 6 plays later, 92 yards later, Timmy Davis tucked it on his hip, went around his own right end on the bootleg from his own 39-yard line, rambled 61 yards for the first touchdown of the ball game. Petrosky converted to make it a 7-0 score. Howland with another touchdown, coming with 4:03 remaining in the first half on a 50-yard pass from Timmy Davis to Dave Bettich as we watch the Niles kickoff. It'll be taken by Bettich at his own 5. To the 10, to the 15, running room 20. Bettich 30. Bettich 35, almost broke it up to the 33-yard line. Wait a minute, flag on the play.
Right at the spot where Bettich went down.
And clipping the indication against the Howland Tigers, so another major infraction is going to hurt the Howland Tigers' chances here in the third quarter.
I was just about to say, this is an important series for Howland. The way Niles has moved the ball against the Tigers, you have to be impressed. You know, they were down 14-0. They've scored 2 touchdowns. It's been the extra points that have been the difference. But really, Howland's had trouble stopping Niles tonight. So it's important that the Tigers get more points on the board, or they're going to be in trouble as this game progresses. There we see it on the replay. And Bettich found the hole, but now we're back to live action.
1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line, and on the first offensive play of the third quarter for Howland. Dave Bettich moves the ball up to the 20-yard line, a pickup of 5 on the play. So that'll set up second down, 5 yards to go for the Tigers. Seven minutes, 10 seconds remaining, third quarter. Junior quarterback Timmy Davis to Joe Feudy for maybe a yard. Feudy up to the 21-yard line, but the hole quickly closed by defensive right tackle number 74, Brian Lilly. That will set up third down, about 4 yards to go for the Tigers. At any rate, going on with the scoring in the first half. Howland leading 14-0. Niles McKinley came back for their touchdown on the ensuing drive. It took the Red Dragons about 3 minutes to drive downfield, scoring with 1:09 remaining in the half on a Dana Cicero 14-yard sweep around his own right end. Extra point was no good. At halftime it was 14-6, and of course, we just saw the touchdown by Niles. That's Timmy Davis on the bootleg. Davis close to the first down. Second effort might have got him the first down at the 25-yard line. That is the same play that Davis rambled around his own right end and picked up the first touchdown of the ball game that time. Nice move by Timmy Davis will give the Howland Tigers first down-wise their 6th of the ball game.
Well, whenever you have Tim Davis at the controls, you have to think Howland is a threat to pull off the big play. They lead by 2, but as we mentioned, they're going to need more against Niles, the way the Dragons have been able to move the football.
First down, 10 yards to go. The ball at their own 25-yard line. Wing T in the backfield. Man in motion, all given to one of the running backs up to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play. Number 31, Chuck Maloney. No, make that number 1, Danny Corbusello, following the blocking of Chuck Maloney. Pickup of 5 on the play. Second down, 5 yards to go for the Howland Tigers. That man right there, instrumental in the 2 Howland scoring drives, but from the defensive aspect. We'll get to that in a moment. Second down, 5 yards to go. Bettich on the sweep. Has a couple of blockers. Turns the corner. Gets the first down. 35. Out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Joe Feudy and pulling guard Scott Biggins throwing key blocks enable Bettich to turn the corner and pick up 10 on the play. Saw number 31 racing off the field prior to that offensive play for Howland. That's Jimmy Edwards. Edwards recovering a fumble at the 8-yard line of Howland to not only thwart the first Niles scoring threat of the ball game, but enable his offense to get on the field and drive 92 yards. Then Edwards came back and intercepted a pass, returned it to his own 50-yard line. Also in the second quarter, and Timmy Davis on the first play after the interception, hitting Dave Bedich on the 50-yard TD pass. Joe Feudy for a couple, maybe up to the 43-yard line. Going to give him 2 on the play. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Howland Tigers. 5 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and Howland clinging to a 14-12 lead. Harry?
I'll try it again. Tigers moving the ball much better here in this particular quarter than they did in the first half. This is a fine drive by Howland so far. There we see the ground camera picking up the action live.
Going to watch the entire play from the ground camera. Corbusello trying to turn the corner. Corbusello, 45. Corbusello at the 50-yard line. Going to spot his knee down at the 49-yard line, so give him 6 on the play and set up third down, about a long 2 yards to go for the Howland first down. Tigers 2 out of 3 in third down conversion points up to this point. Well, we saw Warren Harding last night really excel in that category.
They were about 8 of 11, weren't they?
That's what they wound up. Corbusello, third down. 3 has the first down. Crossing into Niles McKinley territory down to the Red Dragon 48-yard line. Also like to make one clarification on that. I'm going to... I'll let you get on there. On that sack of Mike Reese, it was Dimitri Leogas. We'd like to credit him with the sack in last night's ball game for Warren Harding against Warren Western Reserve.
We gave it to somebody who we thought wasn't even in the program, and that's who it was. You're right.
There wasn't a 51 in the program. That's what the whole problem was. Oh, movement along the line by Niles McKinley. That will cost the Red Dragons 5 unless he was pulled off. And apparently he wasn't. A 5-yard infraction against the Red Dragons. That'll set up 1st and 5 from the Niles McKinley 43-yard line.
Have to be impressed with this drive, though, by the Tigers. They've got the 2-point lead. They haven't driven the ball like this the entire game. They've scored their touchdowns as a result of big plays. But now they're moving it well against the Red Dragons.
Wing T in the backfield, 1st and 5. Bedich on the sweep, cuts inside close to the first down. Gets inside the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. 4-yard pickup on the play. Needed 5, set up second down. Let's call it short 2 yards to go for the Tigers. Number 81 defensively for the Red Dragons making the stop, Gary Frost. Second down, 2 yards to go for Howland. Again with the wing T in the backfield. Bedich in motion. Reverse. Corbusello first down inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. First down, number 8 for the Howland Tigers. They'll mark his knee down right at the 30-yard line. A pickup of 8 for Corbusello. First down, 10 yards to go for the Howland Tigers.
This is the old-fashioned crossbuck, really. There it is. Corbusello finds the seam, gets it down for the first down. And as we mentioned, the Tigers on a roll here. That's the 6th rushing first down for Howland in this game.
Corbusello averaging 5.3 yards per clip coming into this ball game. Feudy on the dive play, picking up maybe 3 down to the 37-yard line. That'll set up second down, 7 yards to go for the Howland Tigers. Again, number 74, defensive right tackle for the Red Dragons, Brian Lilly in on the stop. He's played an excellent ball game. 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining, third quarter. Gonna again look at this play from the ground camera level. Cross by Corbusello, running room inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Danny Corbusello with an 8-yard pickup and another first down for the Howland Tigers. Number 9, first down wise for Jack Pearson's ball club. We'll look at it again.
Here we see Corbusello again, finding the seam for another 9 yards. or 8 yards on this one, but he's up to 56 yards now on 7 carries, averaging 8 per carry.
Trying to turn the corner, getting down to the 16 and being hit and hit hard at that point. Number 34, the ball carrier for the Howland Tigers, Rick Mendenhall. Mendenhall in for his first carry, 160-pound junior. They're going to spot his forward progress. Well, they're going to say got to the 16, but gave ground to try to turn the corner back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Howland Tigers with 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And the Tigers clinging to a 14-12 lead over Niles McKinley. Davis to throw. Davis firing over the middle, incomplete to Petrosky. At the 5-yard line, Dennis Petrosky. Open on the curling in pattern, but the pass a little too high for Petrosky to hang on to. That will set up a 3rd and 10 situation for Howland.
Now Davis just zinged it a little bit too much on that one. But now Howland faced with this very crucial 3rd down situation. They are within field goal range if they wanted to do that. But I'm sure the way things have been going, they want to score the touchdown. So this is a big play for them.
34 seconds remaining third quarter. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Davis rolling. Davis looking. Davis running with the football. Davis 15. Davis 11. Davis close to the first down at the 9-yard line. Mind you, a little bit of Roselle Richardson, the way that he can throw the ball and then ramble after he tucks it underneath his arm. And he does pick up the 10 yards needed for the first down. First down, goal to go. We'll look at it again,
Here
Harry.
we see it. I'm not so sure he wasn't going to run it anyway. It's almost like the draw. He did find the hole up the middle and took it to 10 yards. I think if he'd have had the open receiver, he'd have thrown it, but he had the option there of trying to pick it up himself, and he did so.
And that is the whistle indicating the end of quarter number 3. So after 3 here at Tiger Stadium in Howland, Ohio, the score, the Howland Tigers 14, Niles McKinley 12, and we will be back with a 4th and final quarter of tonight's ball game. But first, we're going to pause for this message.
Service is a family tradition at Molise Appliance. For over 60 years, Molise has provided the area with the best selection of brand name appliances backed with a reputation for dependable service and a courteous professional sales staff. At Molise, you'll find super savings on all famous lines.
Hi, Tom Lee here. The 85 Sylvanias are here. That means one thing, bargains on the 84s and deals on the 85s. But you want more, parts, service, delivery. You get it all at Molise.
When you're in the market for a new appliance, stop at Molise. You'll discover the difference those little extras make. Molise, Youngstown Road in Warren.
Back at Tiger Stadium, there you see the score, 14-12 Howland. The Tigers with the ball deep in Niles territory. And this is going to be an important next few plays for the Tigers.
First down, goal to go for the Howland Tigers. Ball carrier Corbusello inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. Following the blocking of big number 60 from his offensive line, Eric Dohm, 165-pound senior. A pickup of about 7 on the play, second down. In fact, let's give him a 6-yard gallop on the play. Call it second down, 3 yards to go for the all-important Howland touchdown. Niles McKinley with their defensive backs to the wall at this point.
Go on right there!
Howland did it in the first half, and the Red Dragons hoping that Lightning can strike for their side in this situation. Corbusello, same play, close to the touchdown. Got down to about the 1-foot line, and again following the blocking of number 60, Eric Dohm. Third down, a foot to go for the Howland touchdown.
Boy, Corbusello's been the workhorse in this drive. He's done a fine job. He's now up to 64 yards and 9 carries. And doesn't take a mathematician to figure out that's just a little over 7 yards per carry.
Go on right there! Right here!
Third down. Foot to go. Touchdown. Danny Corbusello taking it over from the 1-yard line. The score coming with 10 minutes, 45 seconds remaining, fourth quarter, and the Tigers again up to that 8-point lead at 20-12.
This is a big extra point coming up with an 8-point difference. Of course, the extra point will take it away from Niles. Niles would have to score twice in order to win this one.
Petrosky to do the extra point attempt. George Stahl again to do the holding. I believe they're going to have to call for a timeout again while Petrosky gets the adapter to his kicking shoe all set to go, and flags all over the place. They did not call for the timeout, so they'll be penalized 5 yards. You'll notice on Petrosky's kicking foot, he uses an adapter to try to firm up the kicking foot and perhaps give him a little better accuracy and not as much give on the shoe itself when he kicks the football, Harry.
Of course, the fact that he does start on the offensive unit doesn't give him the necessary time to get that thing on there. And that's twice now that it's cost the Tigers.
Stahl with the ball down. Kick is in the air. The kick is no good, wide to the left side.
That's a big miss.
So the score with 10 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the fourth and final quarter. The Howland Tigers driving 85 yards in 8 plays. They lead the Niles McKinley Red Dragons 20-12.
Well, while that adapter has probably made somebody millions, it certainly has hurt the Howland Tigers here tonight, at least on that kick. But they have to be satisfied with an 8-point lead, no question about that. And what's even more satisfying for them, I would assume, would be the way that they drove the football down Niles' throat here in the third period and in the fourth period and getting into the end zone the way they did. Up to that point, they really hadn't moved the ball well on a concerted effort. That is a drive that took up a lot of plays because their previous 2 touchdowns were the result of a 61-yard run and a 50-yard pass. So it was a methodical drive. The offensive line did a great job of sucking it up and moving the defense out, and sure enough, the Tigers have scored again and now have the 8-point lead. But now it becomes the Howland Tiger defense's turn to see if they can't put the Red Dragons in check. But the Red Dragons so far have been able to move the ball quite well.
Dennis Petrosky, now you look at his right kicking foot, and he has removed the adapter that he uses for the extra point and field goal attempts. And there you see one of the deep men for Niles McKinley, number 26, Bruce Dozier. 20-12, the Howland Tigers with the lead. Petrosky's kickoff, a squib kick. It will be taken at about the 10-yard line. That is Aaron Bonner returning it up to the 19, but no more.
That was a great hit there by Feudy, Brian Feudy.
That's right. That's the younger of the two. Number 42, Brian Feudy. There you see number 35, Sean Lutz from the kickoff defense unit for Jack Pearson. At any rate, first down, 10 yards to go. The ball at they're spotting it at the 23-yard line of the Niles McKinley Red Dragons. Red Dragons down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They've been able to move the ball all night on the ground. That time, weren't able to turn the corner as Ron Ullery dragged down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go. Full house in the backfield. Ball carrier on the crossbuck across the 25 up to the 27-yard line. Ron Ullery really turning into the workhorse for Bill Leonard's ball club. A 4-yard pickup on the play. Third down, 6 yards to go.
Hey, we want your feedback, folks. This is the last game of the football season for us. We've been bringing it to you, and we'd like to have your written comments, pro or con, and you can send them to right there on the screen. Pilot 9 Sports, 5030 Youngstown Road, Niles, Ohio, 44446.
And we're in the process of setting up the round ball schedule, so your written comments really would be appreciated, so we can continue to give you the production that we're capable of. As Ullery spins his way to the 30, he will be about 3 yards shy of the necessary yardage. That will set up a fourth down situation. Any comments you might have pertaining to the technical quality, the announcing quality, why don't you drop us a line? Any improvements you want to see made? Any other schools that you might want us to cover for you in the course of the basketball campaign or even next year's pigskin campaign?
Well, we appreciate the verbal comments that people have been giving us throughout the season, but this is your opportunity to give us some feedback in written form.
Prox to do the booting. Nice kick again by Prox. It'll drive. Feudy back to his own 28, and no flag on the play.
Ooh, there might have been a flag justified there.
Feudy shaken up on the late hit.
There was no reason for the hit, and Feudy's hurt.
No reason whatsoever for that one. Should have been a flag on it. Do not like to second-guess officials, but something like that where the ball player's lying helplessly on the ground after he's down and the hit occurs, there has to be a flag.
Well, if anything, it'll probably work to the emotional advantage of the Howland Tigers. I just hope Feudy isn't injured too badly there.
We're going to watch it again.
Yeah, we'll have a chance to see it. And it's a beautiful kick, no question about that. He boomed it. Now watch, Feudy will field the ball and then slip, and there's no reason for that hit at all. Now, in the NFL, yes, because you can, go down to the knee and then get back up and go. But high school and college, you don't even need to cover the player, so there's no use there being a hit there. That's got the fans riled, that's for sure.
First play from scrimmage for Howland, across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on the play, and now emotion certainly starting to get wound up down on the field. Number 47, the ball carrier, Chuck Maloney. Second down, along 7 yards to go for the Howland Tigers. 7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, fourth and final quarter, and Howland leading Niles McKinley 20-6. Make that 20-12. Both teams scoring a touchdown here in the second half. Tigers have a man split to the left side. Davis to throw. Davis firing over the middle, incomplete at the 40-yard line. Intended receiver on the play, Sean Lutz, the wide out to the left side. That'll set up third down, 8 yards to go, and again a bit of temper flaring down on the field. The Tigers 4 out of 6 on third down conversion attempts thus far in the ball game. Again, Lutz will split about 10 to the left side. Bedich in motion. Cross back to Corbacello. Up to the 35, but no more. 5-yard pickup on the play. Fourth down. Punting situation for the Howland Tigers. So the Red Dragons will get it back. They should have fairly decent field position. And about 7 minutes in which to play with here in the fourth quarter.
Now we're going to be in for a photo finish, it looks like.
Petrosky will do the punting. And the deep men for Niles McKinley standing back at about their own 30-yard line. There you see Dana Cicero to the left side of your screen and number 22, Aaron Bonner. Petrosky from his own 20. High, short kick. Fair catch indicated. Almost hit a Red Dragon. Picked up by Cicero. And he goes down at his own 39-yard line.
Must not have been a fair catch then, because Cicero wouldn't have been able to go with it. And no flag. So Niles will have possession of the football in their own territory, but as you mentioned, good field position. Tigers held the Dragons in check last time they had the football.
Aaron Bonner splitting to the left side. First down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback John Lamonge looking. Lamonge getting pressure. Lamonge going to be hit and dropped at the 40-yard line. Pressure provided by number 34, Rick Mendenhall. Also number 31, defensive left end, a man who's played a key factor in this ball game, Jimmy Edwards. 1 yard pickup by Lamonge, second down, 9 yards to go. Jim Edwards has a brother, John Edwards, injured earlier in the season. Second down, 9 yards to go with the eye in the backfield. Lamonge looking, firing to Dana Cicero, complete. Inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Cicero on the receiving end of the pass from quarterback John Lamonge. A pickup of 21 on the play, and another first down for Niles McKinley and for the Red Dragons on the ball game. That is first down number 14.
There we see the catch, and a fine one by Cicero, as he had to kind of come back for the football. But it sets Niles up, and there's an official timeout on the field, giving him a chance to move the chains.
First down, 10 yards to go. Time remaining, 5 minutes, 15 seconds, fourth quarter. Niles trying to tie up the ball game. Ball carrier running room inside the 35. Down to about the 32-yard line goes Jim Liebert. A pickup of 6 on the play. Second down, 4 yards to go for the Red Dragons.
Liebert now with 81 yards and 13 carries. He's had himself a night. As Eulery, the leading rusher in the game, with 83 yards and 17 carries.
Turned out to be a heck of a ball game here at Tiger Stadium. Nice crowd here to view the final contest of the 1984 season. Bonner to the right side. Second down, 4 yards to go for the Red Dragons with the eye in the backfield. Ball carrier, the tailback. Cicero for the first down, or very close to it. He works his way inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Joe Feudy. And number 47, Rick Maloney, in on the stop. It is a first down, number 15 for the Red Dragons. First down, 10 yards to go. The full house in the backfield. Straight T formation, number 30, Eulery for maybe a yard, down to the 28-yard line. Again, number 47, Chuck Maloney, leading the defensive charge for the Howland Tigers. 1 yard pickup, second down, 9 yards to go, with 3:55 remaining in the ball game, and it's do or die time for Niles McKinley.
Well, that's the way they're doing this drive, too. They're using the clock, assuming that they can try to get the touchdown and then the extra 2 points to at least tie.
High in the backfield, Lamonge, flat pass, complete to Eulery. 25, Eulery 20, first down, very close to it at the 19-yard line. Nifty bit of running again by Ron Eulery. Yeah, now we're going to change it. It's number 36 instead of number 30. That is Dana Cicero with the nifty bit of running. Pickup of 9 on the play, and there you see an injured Howland ball player.
I hope it's not too serious. While we have a moment, we'd like to thank the 1984 football sponsors that are responsible for bringing you the action of high school football on Pilot 9. And that list includes Abruzzi's Cafe 422, Crown Ford, Custom Sound Company, Dollar Bank, Eastwood Chrysler Plymouth BMW, Genie Banking Card, Kerr Tire Sales, Linville's That Special Store in Cortland, Mickey's Army Navy, Malise Appliance, Tough Coat Dynol Rust Proofing, Warren General Hospital, and Woody's Nautilus and Fitness Center. They've been bringing you high school football this entire fall, and special thanks to all those fine folks.
That's right. If it wasn't for people like those that you just saw on the screen, we wouldn't be able to bring you high school football. And certainly Trumbull County, high school football among the most elite in the Buckeye State. And we're going to look at Dana Cicero's 9-yard gallop with that flat pass from quarterback John Lamonge coming up.
And here we see it. Lamonge just finding him in the flat, and fine bit of running there by Cicero as he cut back to the inside and picked up the 9 yards, but they're still attending. Have we picked up the number yet on the injured Tiger? I guess not.
At any rate, one more reference to our sponsors. Go in and tell them that you saw the game on Pilot 9 Sports, and you appreciate the assistance that they are giving to help publicize the local high school. Jack Pearson coming out to check on the injured Howland ball player.
While we're thanking people, I guess we should thank Bob Razzum and his crew, and of course Dave Mock, the athletic director here at Howland, who provided us with some fine technical assistance. And there you see on the screen, we'll thank a few more people. Bill Leonard, director of athletics at Niles McKinley.
How'd Bob Church get on that list? he's still out celebrating Warren Harding's victory, isn't he?
That's right.
That's Dave Bettich, the injured ball player. In all seriousness, Bob Church really giving us an excellent assist this year up in the box.
Good to see Dave Bettich on his feet. It looked pretty serious the way he was down, but off under his own power.
It'll be third down, inches to go when we're back to live action for Niles McKinley. 3:22 remaining fourth quarter. Red Vickerell and his crew officiating Cat McKinley's 17-6 victory over Massillon earlier today. Now doing their second ball game, and a fine one it is. On the dive play, Liebert should have the first down to the 18-yard line. 15th first down of the ball game for Niles McKinley. And the Red Dragons now 4 out of 9 in third down conversion attempts. The Howland defense trying to stave off this final bid by Niles McKinley to tie up the ball game. Straight T in the backfield. Lamont firing as a man, complete inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. That was number 30, Ron Eulery. Corbusello saving the touchdown, but it'll be first down, 4 yards to go for the Niles McKinley TD.
Boy, Eulery found himself wide open there. A good hit, though, and he managed to hang on. Here we see it. Lamont just hanging it up there. Eulery with a fine grab and did a good job of hanging onto the football.
First down, goal to go. Junior quarterback John Lamont to Liebert. Jimmy Liebert fighting his way down to the 1-yard line. 3-yard pickup on the play. Second down. A yard to go for the Niles McKinley touchdown. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining, fourth and final quarter. 20-12, the Howland Tigers with the lead. And there's some of the fans enjoying an excellent football game here this evening. Second down, 1 yard to go. Liebert fighting. Does not get into the end zone. Stopped him about a foot shy. Let's see, there you see an excellent shot by Joe Sabat. It's going to be a yard shy, a good yard shy of the goal line. Third down. 1 yard to go for the Niles touchdown. Watch it from the sideline camera. Third down, a yard to go. Deep man in the eye, does not make it. Gain maybe a foot on the play, and it'll come down to this. Fourth down, 2 feet to go for the touchdown. 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining in the ball game. Somebody calling timeout. It is Niles McKinley to stop the clock with 1:08 remaining in the fourth and final quarter.
Boy, oh boy, what a great goal line stand this has been by the Howland Tigers, as Liebert, the man who rarely loses yardage and certainly gains yardage, has tried the line twice, has been unable to get in, and now, as you mentioned, Cap, it comes down to one play. And Niles needs it, of course, just to try for the tie. This has been quite a ball game. Two evenly matched teams, and they were evenly matched coming in with 3 and 6 identical records. And Niles, of course, has marched the ball quite well. Howland has come up with a big play, but they marched in with a nice drive in for their final score. And now it's up to the Howland Tiger defense to keep the Red Dragons out of the end zone and hang on for a victory. Here we go.
Fourth down, 2 feet to go for the touchdown. Lamonge, the quarterback. Lamonge giving the ball, second man throw, does not make it. The Howland Tigers hold the Niles McKinley Red Dragons at about the 1 foot line with less than a minute remaining in the ball game. Ron Yolery tried it that time. And again, the right side of the Howland defense coming up to stop Niles McKinley.
Boy, what a goal line stand. Tremendous job by the Tigers.
59 seconds on the clock, counting. Niles down to 1 timeout. Might be a situation where Jack Pearson might want to take the intentional safety.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that he would. With just 1 timeout, you can run it out.
You watch Timmy Davis, he'll just fall on the football, I believe. Well, let's see. Going to have a delay of game penalty. They can't move it much closer to the goal line. Get the micrometers out for this one.
That's a penalty for 0 yards officially, really.
Fred Vickerow giving us the indication. The clock down to 38 seconds remaining. There you see it. About 1.5 feet away from the goal line.
Boy, what a job by the Tigers.
What a job by the Tigers is exactly right. Davis will fall on the football, and now should use their 3rd and final timeout. They're letting the clock wind down, however. We're down to 30 seconds. And now the Red Dragons do employ their 3rd and final timeout of the ball game. That'll stop the clock with 26 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down. 9.5 yards to go for the Howland first down, but the play or the game boils down to 1 play. And that play is, can Tim Davis fall on the football without losing?
That is what it boils down to. It's been a great game. You know, for the last game of the season, 2 teams 3 and 6, there wasn't a whole lot at stake except some pride, and both teams showed a lot of pride. And it was the Howland Tigers, apparently, with the victory, getting 2 big plays in their first 2 touchdowns and then driving the football in for their 3rd. And then a fine defensive stand holding off the Niles McKinley Red Dragons, who, if I don't have it figured out, but I'd have to think the Dragons had more yardage total offense than the Tigers did in this one.
Here we go. 2nd down from their own 1-yard line. Timmy Davis with a long count will fall on the football, and with no timeouts remaining, that will do it. The Howland Tigers down to 10 seconds remaining, away from their 4th victory of the 1970 or 84 campaign. And what a job Jack Pearson has done at the Howland High School. Snapping a 19-game losing streak coming into the 1984 campaign, winning the first Steel Valley Conference contest in 22 tries. And there you see the final. The Howland Tigers upending Niles McKinley 20-12. And we'll be back to tell you how this final football game of the 1984 regular season happened. But first, we're going to pause for this message. Involving the area high school football teams, the Howland Tigers 20, the Niles McKinley Red Dragons 12, and let's go over the scoring in the ball game. First of all, scoreless first quarter, although Niles McKinley did drive the ball down to the 2-yard line of the Howland Tigers. At that point, on a 3rd down and 2, Jim Edwards came in to recover an errant pitch out by quarterback John Lamonge at the 8-yard line of the Tigers. It took the Tigers 92 yards later, but they put on the first score of the ball game with 7:54 remaining in the 2nd quarter. 6-play drive, 92 yards for the touchdown, and quarterback Tim Davis on the bootleg around his own right end, rambling 61 yards for the touchdown. The extra point attempt by Dennis Petrosky split the uprights, and at that point, Howland led 7-0. The Tigers came back. Jim Edwards recovering the fumble at the 8-yard line to give the ball to the offense for the first touchdown. Well, Jimmy Edwards again in on the act defensively, this time intercepting a John Lamonge pass at his own 35, returned the ball to the 50-yard line. And on the first play, after the offense for Howland came back out onto the field, Timmy Davis hit running back Dave Bettich wide open at the 5-yard line, and Bettich went in for the touchdown. One play, 50 yards on the TD. Again, Petrosky converting on the extra point. That coming with 4:03 remaining in the half, and Howland led 14-0. But the Niles McKinley Red Dragons showed a lot of spunk, a lot of character. They took the ensuing kickoff, and 2 minutes, 54 seconds later, after driving 65 yards in 9 plays, Dana Cicero around his own right end from the 14-yard line received the key block from Ron Ullery and rambled into the end zone for the Niles McKinley first score of the ball game. The extra point attempt was no good, and at that point, Howland led 14-6. That's the way the first half ended. The Tigers on top of Niles McKinley at 14-6. In the third quarter, the only score belonged to Niles McKinley. The Red Dragons, receiving the opening kickoff, drove 60 yards in 7 plays, the score coming with exactly 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter when Jimmy Leiber took it over from the 2-yard line. Again, the extra point attempt, 2-point conversion attempt by Niles McKinley was no good. That cut the Howland lead down to 2 at 14-12. And that's the way the third quarter ended. Fourth and final quarter, the Howland Tigers marching 85 yards in 8 plays at the 10:45 mark of the fourth quarter. Howland pushing it across with Danny Corbusello scoring the touchdown. Corbusello scoring, by the way, his 18th point of the 1984 season. That on a 1-foot plunge. This time, Petrosky's extra point attempt was no good, wide to the left side. Howland led 20-12, but it wasn't over yet. Niles McKinley driving from their own 30-yard line, took it all the way down to the 2-yard line again of the Howland Tigers. In fact, they had it a first and goal at the 4-yard stripe. Got down to the 2-yard line on second down. But 3 straight times, the Howland defense rising to the occasion and prohibiting Niles McKinley from moving in for what would have been a game-tying touchdown. With about 50 seconds left in the ball game, Howland took the ball over, and the Tigers, and there you see some of the jubilant Tiger fans here at Tiger Stadium, ran out the clock to ensure their fourth victory of the 1984 campaign at 20-12. Quite a ball game, Harry Peters.
Boy, as Herb Score would say, whew, what a ball game. It really was a fine contest, no question about it, and both teams deserved the win, but it was the Howland Tigers making the big play on the goal line stand and turning away the Niles McKinley Red Dragons 20-12. Quickly through some statistics individually, it was a big night for several Niles Red Dragons on